everybody, I've got some second-hand books that I bought that I thought I would share with you today. We've got 5 books, so I'm going to start with, if I move these, I'm going to start with this one, which is Thomas Bewick's Birds, Watercolours and Engravings. It's just a small book, as you can see from the size of my hand. And this has it got a year? Let's have a little look. First published in 1981. There we go. We've got a list of all the birds that are in here. So I'll just very slowly move down. You can see there's quite a lot. And I just think there is a little bit about Thomas Bewick. He's known to the world for his marvellous wood engravings of birds, animals and country scenes. So here we go, look. There is the robin and the chaffinch. So some are colours and some are black and white. Got the Demoiselle Crane. Oh, what a pretty name. So black cap and willow warbler, marsh tit, green finch. You can see we've got some lovely pictures here. I just thought these would make nice reference pictures. And also it's nice to possibly read about the birds that you are painting. That is just a small little book, and yeah, so not very big, size of your hand, probably yeah, not even an A5. So that's our first one, Thomas Bewick's Birds, Watercolours and Engravings. Next we have got this book, which is, it's the Royal Academy Masterclass, and it's Ken Howard, A Vision of Venice in Watercolour. So let's have a little look at what we've got here. When was this one? Oh, let's have a little. It gives us a contents. I will see if I can go down a little bit for this one. Let's see if we can get that in a bit nicer. There we go. So we've got a little bit about Ken Howard, introduction, and then various different places. But we've got some quite nice pictures in here. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Looking across the water to San Giorgio Maggiore. They're very atmospheric. If you look at the colours that he's chosen. I rather like them because of the atmosphere, showing you how he was painting one of them. It's this one, in actual fact, so that this one is broken down. Wow, I'd be so scared to try and paint all of those people. Okay, challenge for oneself, I guess. But rather beautiful. Santa Maria della Salute. You can see it does give some idea of how some of these were broken down, which I will find fascinating. Oh, I mean, that's just full of atmosphere. Not much detail. And again, very lovely. Wow, I'm going to have to study how he does these people, because perhaps I'm just trying to get too much detail sometimes when I try. So yes, this is rather a lovely book that has broken down some of the elements of his paintings here. I just think it's a really interesting book. Anyway, I won't flick all the way through it, but there you go. Ken Howard, A Vision of Venice in Watercolour, Royal Academy Masterclass. That's what that book is. Wonderful. Let's move on. This one is called Watercolour Practice and Progress. So this is John Blockley, Anne Blockley's. Many of you know Anne Blockley and her work. This is her father. So I didn't realise that you could still get any of his books. So this was, I'm going to have to come back up again to get this in. Let's just come back up again. There we go. Yeah, when was this one printed? First published in 1985. So we've got some basic processes, watercolour washes, mixing, wetting wet, etc. Then we've got the beginnings, i.e. doodles and things, then colour and tone, and then actual picture making. So, my lighting again, which is not very fancy. There we go. Let's try and get that a little bit better and try and get out of the shot myself, the shadow. So I've got a little foreword, an introduction. Oh, let's get the shine off. There we go. September Trees, that one's called. Oh, there. That's lovely. So I've got a little bit on basic processes. Oh, that looks a little bit like that one I did the other day. In fact, some of this looks like how I start off sometimes. But yes. Ah, wow, that's almost one of mine. Must be fate. There we go. We've got moving from that into that. Oh, there he is in his studio. Wow. The beginnings, doodles. Oh, see, I just like even the doodles. Isn't this fascinating? So there you go. Making time to do some doodling is not such a bad thing. Moving into colour and tone. Oh, there's his palette. Oh, brilliant. Wow. I'm going to really enjoy looking through this in more depth. I now can see what I can do. Where is mine? I think I showed this the other day. on one of my videos. And you see where I did this one? I was like, I'm not too sure what to do with it next, or where to go with it next. And look, it could be the beginnings of something like this. Fantastic. That's what sketchbooks are for. Play and then decide what we're going to do with things. So this is just full, I'm not doing every page now, of some wonderful pieces of art. Look at that. Oh, now we've got some of the sketches going on. Is that River Thames? River Thames from Cherry Pier. So yes, if you're a fan of Anne Blockley, I mean, you can definitely see where she's got her talent from. And you know, I really do like John Blockley's work. And I never would have known about him, to be honest, if it wasn't for his daughter. But these are really rather glorious. So there we are, Watercolour Practice and Progress by John Blockley. Let's see what we've got next. Wow, I never... another John Blockley. Yeah, I was just chuffed when I found these on a second-hand book website. So the Challenge of Watercolour, John Blockley. I think the one that I used was called World of Books. Let's see. Ooh, is that page folded over? I've been chopped off. Oh, it's been chopped off. Originally published 1979. Okay. So, there we go. Look, I even love the sketches, you see. Sometimes I think sketches on their own are just as lovely as paintings. So, there we go. Look at that. Wow. It's just lovely to see somebody else's process. There we are, look. Now we've got a colour one there. More colour ones. That is rather splendid. Look at that. Get the glare off it, sorry. Oh, and even that. So let's not do every single page, but just to give you... Whoa. I've got a picture like that I did from Tyrrell's Wood. Looks like he's showing you some of his process on how to get some of that texture. But this looks like a really interesting book. The majority of it looks like it's in black and white, but then there are some colour, here we go, colour plates as well. Oh, look how the light is done in that one. Fabulous. Yes. So, even down to sketch notes, how to do sketch notes. Yeah, this is a stunning book. Some more colour plates there, look. Oh, these are just lovely. So, there we go. Another John Blockley book. The Challenge of Watercolour. Maybe if you're lucky you might be able to find one on a second-hand bookshop. or a website for second-hand books. So this is the last one, which is the Royal Watercolour Society Watercolour Masters Then and Now. And the foreword is by His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, as he was then. Oh. Now that's quite something, isn't it? Whoa. Look at these. Wow. Oh, no, I like that. I like that one there very much. There we go. So, here we go. We've got some still life. This is going to be all different artists in here. Right, to give you an example. There we go. Oh, I like his work. Anthony Iton. Look at that. Who knows, I might find myself another artist that I really want to look into a little bit more. Oh, if you like colour. This is really interesting, seeing all these different artists here, look. I'm not doing every page, I'm skipping a few. They're very different from one another. Oop, we're losing the light again. Yeah. Look at all these. So must be able to get some inspiration from here, I'm hoping. Or maybe just find myself a new artist that I want to look into a little bit more. But for the sake of a second-hand book, I'm trying to think. I didn't. Some of these were under £5, and they were all under £10. So yes, there we go. So let's just bring these back up. A few more books that might pique your interest too. So yes, happy book hunting and finding these treasures that perhaps we can't find other than in second-hand bookshops or second-hand online bookshops anyway. So thank you very much for watching, and please remember to subscribe, that really helps. And I will see you next time.